Are you getting lots of notifications from Zomato? Well, so am I. But today we are going to talk about Zomato for some different reason. It's about the interest developed by foreign investors in this talk. Hi, this is Nabodita Ganguly. My colleague Narayan and we analyzed the recent investors' data to understand the trend in investing. So we have lots of questions for him. You recently analyzed the investors' data. What does the trend say? Could you explain a bit about how the trend is with regards to new age companies?
So I looked at the shareholding pattern of new age listed companies like Paytm, Nykaa, Delivery and Zomato in the June quarter, particularly from the viewpoint of foreign portfolio investors, whom we call as FPIs. Significantly, most of these new age companies, which were once dubbed as a loss-making companies, have now gained the interest of FPIs, especially in the latest quarter. In most of these companies, their shareholding has increased from the range of 15 to 30% in the last 1 year.
How does this increase in investment actually matter?
It matters because FPIs are a significant market force in the Indian equity market. They hold asset to the extent of more than 50 lakh crore in Indian equities. So FPIs are also known as the people who lead the market based on their investment decision. FPIs are looking at these companies as an investment avenue. It shows that these companies have a long-term growth prospects, because typically FPIs don't invest unless they see a growth prospects in a range of 3 to 5 years. That itself shows that these loss-making companies are turning towards profitable, and thereby FPIs are showing interest. So when FPIs move, the market moves along. Then it will be followed by domestic institutional investors like mutual fund, and then it will be followed by retail investors. That's typically how the market movement happens.
What are your findings from this data? Could you explain that a bit?
As I mentioned, there has been a significant increase in FPI holding in companies like Zomato. For instance, FPI shareholding has jumped from around 9.85% in the June quarter last year to 33% in the June quarter of current year. Similarly, FPIs also raised their stake in PB Fintech, holding company of Policy Bazaar, logistics provider Delivery, 197 Communications, the company which runs the brand name Paytm, and so on.
Some of these companies do have some valuation risk, right? So why are investors still interested?
Yes, you are right. Many of these companies were earlier known for overvaluation in against their actual revenue earning potential, because these companies were listed in 2021 when there was an IPO rush in the Indian market. So a lot of investors shown interest in these new age companies irrespective of their growth potential. But as things moved forward, the stocks of these companies tumbled, because when investors realized that their valuation is overstretched against their earning or growth potential. So in recent times, many of these companies have started working on path towards profitability, to speak. They started reducing their cash burns on promotions and employee expenses. They've also found out a lot of new revenue models to start with. For instance, Paytm is now focusing on their lending side, which is a high earning potential, rather than the merchant business. Similarly, Zomato recently turned profitable for the first time in the June quarter. So these are some of the things that shows that companies are turning around, and FPIs, who are known for their outlook, are the earliest ones to sense this turnaround. That's why they are investing.
Alright Narayanan, thanks a lot for joining us. If you like this video, please share and subscribe.